Hey, how you doing? This is Coach Scarpula. Welcome to the first segment of the Ultimate Athlete series on Janet TV. Each week we're going to be bringing you another small portion of our training methods and theories and exercises. Show you some things that are new to you, some things you may be doing a little bit wrong. This first segment we're going to talk about ACL injuries. The ACL injury will derail your entire career for a brief period of time, and you hope that it doesn't happen again after you have the first one. This is Lauren Bonesaw Croce. She's one of our coaches here at Ultimate Advantage. She's had an ACL injury back when she was playing soccer. Now she's a power lifter and one of the best out there. She's going to be helping us demonstrate some of these exercises. I'm going to show you some things you can really do in the gym that's going to help you stay on the field. The way you build things in the gym, the way you fix things in the gym, is the way you prevent the injury. We're going to show you certain exercises that will really help. The biggest preventative we have is strength. Strength is what's going to help you. Muscle and strength is what's going to help keep you on the field. Your exercise selection is very important. The ACL happens. The ACL injury happens a lot of times due to weakness. It's an impact injury, but it happens most times without impact. Most ACL injuries occur when nobody's even near you. When you're running and cutting a wrong plant, and a lot of it is weakness. Hamstring, groin, quad. A lot of girls are quad dominant. We're going to show you some exercises on how to fix these things. One of the best things you can do for ACL prevention is one of the best exercises you can do, period. The squat. We're going to show you how to box squat correctly. We like to box squat because when you do the box squat, when you go down and you pause on the box, you have to fire from a negative energy transfer or a static hold into a positive energy transfer. It's a very explosive position for the body. We're going to show you a few keys. We're going to show you how to drive the knees out, how to activate the groin muscles, glutes, and hamstrings. The groin, glutes, and the hamstrings are critical in ACL prevention. Squatting correctly is one of the best things you can do. You have to utilize max weights for low reps. You have to utilize moderate weight for high reps, and you have to utilize percentages for speed work. You incorporate all three of those at different times, which we're going to go over as well. But the first thing we're going to do is show you how to squat correctly. Most girls squat incorrectly. We're going to show you a few keys that are going to really help you out. First thing we're going to talk about is the position of the knee. When you're going to squat, the position of the knee is very critical. You want to be able to drive outside. Lauren's going to sit down, bounce off, boom. See when she's down on that box, see the position of the knee is out? This is very important because if the knees are coming in, that's what causes the ACL injury. All up in here, all the groin muscles need to be strengthened. That occurs out here. That's why an inner thigh and an outer thigh machine work that way, because they work those muscles and the outside, the abductor and the adductor. So when you're squatting, you want to drive them out. When you come up, same thing. When you go down, notice her knees are driven out as she comes down. Up, down, boom. Now notice the position of the knee in relation to the foot. Her knee is behind the toe, right? This is a correct position. Stand up. Now bring your knees forward, squat incorrectly. See this here? Boom. Now you see the positioning. See how that is? The knee is in and it's way forward. That's a lot of pressure on the knee. Stand up. Now done correctly, the knees come out, go down, knees come out, and she goes back before she goes down. This is how you squat correctly. Stand up. Boom. That's the bottom portion for the knees. That's what we want to see. The first movement, the initiation of the movement, is the hips going back and the knees going out. Okay, a couple of key points also. When you're going down, you have to break the hips back first. Okay, the hips have to go back forward. The hips have to go back first. If you break the knees first, you're going to squat like this. You're going to go down this way. That is incorrect. That places all the pressure on the knee. You can see that when I bring the hips back, if I bring the hips back into the proper position, I'm loading that back end, and I'm loading this in. I'm putting all the pressure here. And there's not pressure here. All right? We do not want the pressure on the knee. We want the pressure back here. The minute I do this, You can see here, my hamstrings are not tight anymore. They're supported, but they're not the main one. All the pressure is here. Much harder here than here. If we go the other way, we break the hips first. Now, you've got all the pressure here, and the hamstrings are loaded. The the quads are not. We want to load the hamstrings. We do not want to put the pressure on the quad and the knee. Again, if you break this way first, that is correct. If you break this way first, it is incorrect. When you're down on the box, if you're here like this, with your knees in front of your feet, incorrect. Okay? We want to have that box, you go down, boom, just like you're going to sit in a chair. Just like you'd be sitting in a chair. Alright, so again, break the hips, not the knees first. We're here with Bonesaw. Bonesaw, you had an ACL injury, correct?
Yes.
Your right leg or left leg?
Left.
Left leg. How did that happen?
Playing soccer indoor, and I went to cut, and the top part of my leg went one way, the other part went the other way.
You know, that's the whole thing. People think it's only an impact injury. Yes, it can be an impact injury. If you get rolled up on, a football player gets rolled up on in a pile, gets bent the wrong way. But not 90% of the time, a large portion of the time, it is no contact. Like with Bonesaw. Bonesaw, was anybody even around?
No.
Not even around.
Nope.
And a lot of that is functional weakness. Can prevent a lot of that. Can we stop it 100%? No. You know, it's funny because a lot of coaches and players that I talk to that are not quite as educated as they should be almost feel like it's part of the game. It's not part of the game. We can really reduce the risk if we do it correctly. When you go to girls' camps, sports camps, you see half the girls with ACL braces, half of them with ACL scars. It's crazy, man. We don't need to have that. You can prevent a lot of this in the gym. You've been doing this stuff now with me for quite a while. Lauren's one of our good coaches here. She really is a good coach and a great soccer player. You still play soccer?
Yes. Yep.
How is the leg?
It's better than it was coming out of PT. When I did physical therapy, I had limited range of motion. After coming here, my range of motion is 100% back to where it was before I got hurt. Playing the best soccer of my life, so I couldn't ask for all the exercise that we do here. Really contributed to my career.
And the things we're showing you here are some of the things that we do to help you, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
I work with a lot of girls. We got a lot of girls soccer players. We got CrossFit girls. We have softball players. We do the same thing with all of them because the exercises we're showing you are non-sport specific. They're strength exercises. They're really going to help you stay on the field. You need to work these into your training. It's a critical part of the training. Prehab, take my word for it. Prehab is way better than rehab. Alright? We're going to show you one more in this segment. So far we showed you the squat. We showed you these band prehab ones. We got one more. It's real simple and it's an easy one to do. Next time we see you, we'll bring you back here. We're going to show you a couple more. One last exercise. Last ones are done with a Swiss ball. It's very simple. You're going to take that Swiss ball. You're going to put it high up into the groin. Bring that thing right to the center of your body, way high in the groin. Bring your feet under the ball as far as you can. Turn your toes forward. Get your feet all the way under, drive your hips back. Nope, stay forward just like that. You want your shoulders over your feet. You want your hips back. You're going to squeeze, hold, release. Squeeze, hold, release. Squeeze, hold, release. Just like that. Keep it moving. Keep your hips down. Do not rise up each time you squeeze. Stay down, squeeze, release. The ability to stay down indicates strength in the hips. Alright? Thank you. This is a real good one. High reps, several times a week. Again, drive the hips back like you want to sit right on that ball. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. This is another real good one. Work these in. High reps, work these often. This helps that groin strength. It's kind of like an abductor, or inner outer thigh. It's going to really help drive that. All right? Those are a couple. I'll see you on the next segment.